Good afternoon, parents, family, friends, loved ones, teachers, special guests, and especially our Charles P. Allen 2014 graduates. It's my pleasure to first off say congratulations. Finally, after 13 years, we get to value our entire education thus far with a piece of paper and these lovely geometric-shaped hats with a cat toy hanging off of them. I know this ceremony is long, and I can tell you all want to leave, but I promise you that I'm going to try to be a little more interesting than reading off 400 odd students' names. I can also promise you that while writing this speech, I tried to make it as cliche-free as possible, but considering today is graduation day and the entire day is one big cliche, it was pretty difficult. And with that being said, I'm going to start off with a cliche in saying, it's hard to believe that this journey that we finished today started 13 years ago in 2001. When I see a movie from 2001, I'm still thinking that it was last year. Then I watch it and I realize that we've come a long way with our graphics since then, and 2001 was a lot longer ago. It was in fact the year we all went to school for the very first time and put our backpacks on the back of our chairs and celebrated when we had indoor lunches. We loved our teacher like we loved our mom, and we were in absolute awe of everything that she knew. We thought that she or he knew everything there was to know in the world, and we thought that we did too. And perhaps back then we were as smart as we ever were, because we knew to question our environments, and we knew to not stop asking questions until we figured out why things were the way they are. Though everyone older than us kind of thought it was a little annoying. We moved on to grade 1, 2, and 3, where they all seemed to be the same. We played with Skip-Its, Polly Pockets, Silly Putty, Groovy Girls, and Beanie Babies, Mighty Beans, Beyblades, Bakugan, Neopets, Tech Decks, and Rescue Heroes. We didn't have a worry in the world. We loved to be outside, riding bikes, scooters, becoming artists with sidewalk chalk, and playing in turtle-shaped sandboxes. Homework, it didn't even exist. We lived in a world where we thought we were everything, and there was nothing to it but fun. Grade 4, 5, and 6 can be defined as the years of MSN and Tamagotchis. MSN was a lot of fun, torturing Smarter Child and replacing every letter on our keyboard with some random emoticon. We got confidence from behind the screen and started asking out our crushes and telling them that we liked them. And if they said no or they didn't like you back, it was no big deal because you could just say it was somebody else. We loved to watch The Weekenders, That's So Raven, Recess, and Zoe 101. Zoe 101 was cancelled as we all were devastated when Jamie Lynn Spears became pregnant, and a friendly reminder that her daughter is now 6 years old. We took things as they were, and the only responsibility we took into account was that of taking care of our Tamagotchi and being the best Tamagotchi owner we possibly could be. Life was nothing but a fun game to us. Junior high came along with awkward middle school dances and bad picnics on Facebook. This is also when Facebook became big, and it's hard to believe that that was in 2008. A short 4 years later, and our parents and relatives had completely taken over Facebook, and we were forced to move on to Twitter. What a funny concept Twitter is to think about anyways, and how many times somebody older than me has said, "Are you Twittering?" And me thinking, no, it's obviously called tweeting, as if they were supposed to know that vocabulary word. I guess it's fair because before we even entered high school, smartphones and social media began to surround our lives. Then we arrived to CPA, where we strived for excellence. We were introduced to something called annotating, something I'm sure we all moan and groan annoyed with, but something I think we will take with us forever. We were encouraged to analyze and figure stuff out for ourselves. We had to have perseverance and a desire to understand. We had to actually ask questions again. Things were no longer spoon-fed to us like they had been before, and thankfully we got this opportunity before we got out into the real world. It may have been a wake-up call for a lot of us, and to say the least, we struggled through it. But here we are today, better than we have ever been before since primary. But more than an academic place, high school was an amazing time. We had coffee houses each year with amazing performers showcasing our school's incredible talent. We saw our band play amazingly under Mr. Beeler's conduction. We won banners upon banners in various sporting events. We got to see so much talent in the musicals that our school put on. We got to see the successes of many math competitions. We got to watch as our fellow classmates walked down the red carpet at the fashion show. We watched as the artists in our school created masterpieces hung up along some walls, and not to forget the cheetah mosaic that's right below the first staircase on the first floor. We saw woodshop classes at our school make us proud. We got to see the Gay Straight Alliance put on incredible awareness days that I know I personally learned lots about. And this year's CPA got to host Acts for AIDS, and alongside 10 other schools in HRM, Acts for AIDS and other fundraisers raised over $10,000 for the Stephen Lewis Foundation. And finally, this year, our graduating class got to make the big move from the old CPA to the new. And yes, at first it was tough. We all missed taking laps in the quotations, murals, and other various artwork on the walls, not to mention the creepy girls' bathroom on the first floor. But we had this amazing chance, this amazing opportunity to get into a brand new school with amazing technology that allowed us to have unexplainable fire drills every other day. All in all, no matter what corner of CPA you came from, we had very successful years. The success that we saw is something we will bring with us wherever we go. We are in an environment and in a generation where success is from the determination and the ambition that we supply. Evidently, from the past 3 years, we have this determination, otherwise we wouldn't be sitting here today. However, it is my strongest belief that the true source for this success is in the amount of questions we ask. I truly believe the root of our intelligence comes right back to primary, where we question the world around us non-stop. We simply cannot succeed in the tough competition we're going to face every day if we never question and wonder why things are the way they are. I know that this graduating class is capable of so many wonderful, amazing things. Things that everyone's going to accomplish in different ways and in different fields. But what the successful will have in common is questioning. They will be the ones that continue to question their environments every day of their lives. They will be the ones that never take things as they are right away, and they will wonder, analyze, and interpret the world around them. We are living in a generation that quite literally reaches for stars. I hope that all of you get a chance to do something crazy, do something life-changing or world-changing in your futures. If in 20 years we're back at our high school reunion, and you truly believe that high school was the best time of your life, I will feel sorry for you. These past years are virtually nothing when you think of all the wonderful, amazing things you can and will do with your life. If you honestly think that writing essays, studying for tests, working on history seminars, and going to parties is going to be the highlight of your life, you need to go after bigger and better dreams. Dreams are meant to scare you. The incredible Dr. Seuss once said, "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go." CPA, graduating class of 2014, the very first class to come out of the brand new building. I ask if you take anything from today's ceremony, take that asking too many questions is never a bad thing. It will only lead you closer to your successes. Stay humble with your successes, and never forget to thank those who deserve thanks and recognition. With that, I am honored to thank, on behalf of the entire graduating class, the following people. To all the teachers here at CPA, with your dedication to us, giving us extra help and guidance whenever needed, especially to my math and science teachers who sat with me in the early mornings and on their lunch hours answering my millions of questions, thank you. Without you, we would not be where we are today. To all the staff advisors, liaisons, and chaperones who committed their time to various clubs, sports, and activities out of the goodness of their hearts, thank you. Without you, and half of our successes as a school would not have been possible. To our parents, guardians, especially my own loving mom and dad, thank you for putting up with our tears of joy, tears of stress, cries of sadness, and cries of stress, and anything else we may have put you through. Thank you, and sorry. Without your support in our lives, we would not have been able to have been as successful as we are today. Finally, thank you to anyone else that has made our years of school as enjoyable as they have been. Thank you to all the families, friends, coaches, administrators, and anybody else I regretfully have forgotten. We owe it all to you. To my fellow graduates, I genuinely wish you well from the bottom of my heart, and I hope to read about your successes someday. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.